morning again, Coach Tyler, Coach Purdy. Not necessarily a whole lot new as far as we haven't done another mud run yet. Or actually, I don't know. It's not to say that we're not going to do another mud run, but I think we both have started talking about doing a Spartan race. Coach Kennedy, she asked me about it at McCracken, so she's already said it. So it's kind of out there. I think we kind of want to do that. So that's something that we're looking at doing, and not a whole lot of there's always wrestling having been going on, but we're kind of looking ahead right now to some different things. Now that you did get on Instagram, you're all following Flow and stuff. The big thing that was on was the duels, the national high school collegiate duels. Is that what it was called? NHCJ, whatever.
The long abbreviated name.
Yeah, of all that going on there. So, but that was really just a highlight reel of stuff because Flo kept posting it. Speaking if I can learn how to talk, but Flo kept posting tidbits and matches and things like that, and I think you tagged me on a couple things like that defense was nasty on this or sick or that, and it really was just for a high school thing. It was really, I don't even know who won. I got to go back and look to see who won it all, but it literally was. It seemed like just a who's who. They were on teams and. It was just fun to watch the highlights that honestly Flo kept putting out. There was some stuff going on. And one of the things that I'll have to say is I don't know who all or where they're from, if they're a mixture of places or what, but Kong United was putting on a show.
Yes,
those guys were crazy. And some of the names I have seen and heard, just kind of following things. When you're watching the different things, who's number one, and who's who, and Fargo, just following wrestling. So the names are super familiar in that sense, even though they're not as familiar to me as the guys that are now in college. Because I admit, as much as I coach middle school and high school wrestling, I don't follow all the high school wrestlers throughout the nation. So there's some.
Speaking of high school wrestlers, you want to give Tommy a shout out?
Yeah.
Because what he did was pretty spectacular.
Yeah, Tommy Washington for us, state champ here in Spartanburg, South Carolina. I just got his graduation card. He's got his graduation card. 4 rings on there. He's got wrestling, weightlifting, football. And track. He's got a track one too. So 4 different sports, 4 different state rings. Region Athlete of the Year. Conference. Just almost every accolade he could get, he got. And congratulations, man. That is awesome.
Super deserved.
Yes. No. Then take it back because my thing that nobody deserves anything. Super earned.
Earned. Yes.
Super earned. Man, child worked his rear end off and got it done. So amazing stuff. So and he's going off to Georgia Military Institute. I believe he'll play there for a year to 2 years before he. I think the ultimate goal, I think he would like to play at Carolina.
Yeah, a D1 school.
Yeah, no, Carolina. I think it's where he wants to go. I think that's his ultimate
goal.
Oh,
so that's his
Yeah, I think that's. Yeah, I think that's the goal. That's the kind of the general game plan route. Go here for a year or 2 and then head on. But
as much as I'm not a big fan of Carolina, I would still support him. Freak athlete.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Great for him. I saw that and I was super proud of him.
Definitely. It was awesome stuff. So, but yeah, so following high school stuff, that was just fun to watch, and I'll probably go back and honestly, tell you the truth, I'm still going back and still watching World Team Trials matches. There's still just every time I get through a weight, somebody's like, "Oh, did you see that one?" I'm like, "I still haven't seen that one, so I got to go back and watch that one." Or I probably just need to sit down and watch it one way at a time because what's happening is I'm getting bounced around. I'm like, did you see this one? Did you see that one? Or
and then you get kind of mixed up with what happened where,
and things like that.
It's confusing.
But that's fun to watch the highlights, and I'm gonna go back and watch some of those other highlights to watch some of the full matches. I think that's gonna be kind of fun to see there. So I guess that was previous wrestling, and again, shout out to Tommy. That was awesome. Throw it out there again though too for shout outs. Roll Soap. Go get you guys some soap. Cerebrus on the promo code, get 10% off. All right, so which I need to get some more too. And
we're next time I see you getting some.
Get some, and then
I'm actually going to get a few extras.
I'm actually going to. We didn't get to this last weekend because it was Memorial Day weekend. Was planning on having Jared Scoggins on. Jared, I'm gonna hit you up, see when you're available next, so we can get our series started. And I think with it being summertime, hopefully the schedules work out so that we can start our series of guests of how's wrestling impacted what you're doing now. How does it affect you? What have you taken away from wrestling, type of thing. Because it's not just. What's kind of cool is it's not just for wrestlers and wrestling, but how does it help you with everything else in life? And kind of like how we talked about with Henry Jones and his boys run track and all that kind of stuff. And like you said, I feel a Gable quote coming on.
Yeah.
So
I
where
just
it is
felt
true.
it. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
ah,
So
man.
it is true. So definitely we got to throw that out there, and I really want to get that series started. So, but before we get into Final X, which I think was we kind of want to talk about, shoes.
Yes.
I know we've already talked about them before, but
We're going to talk about them again.
Why not?
So yeah, if for those of y'all, I follow Instagram now. I'm on the Rudis page.
At TRT Curry 811.
Yeah. And
Give them a follow.
yeah, give me a follow.
Hey, if you're not following us, you should be following us. Cerebrus
Yeah.
Wrestling. At Cerebrus Wrestling, alright? You don't even have to follow my personal page, but if you want to, at Purdy4.
I post some good stuff.
But-
Although I've already had 2 posts blocked, simply because I put music in there, and apparently you can't do that. It's a learning process. So anyway, yeah, if y'all were paying attention to Rudis, they officially, I don't want to say revealed everything, but they've showed
they
what
showed
the
the
show.
entire
Yeah,
show.
they've showed
They've done
the
the
entire
360, so it's just a matter
Yeah.
of I wonder when it's
is there going to be? We don't know if there's going to be a multiple
When-
color pattern or if this is just it.
and when is the drop date.
Yeah,
when
when's
they
the
come
drop?
out, like,
it just says this.
I would
fall.
imagine that it's gonna be for the
Yeah.
this next year because if they already produced the whole thing out. And
But it's
shown it.
it's the shoe that I'm going to buy. It's the Sly Fox Rudis shoe,
Yeah.
and
It looks sharp.
it does. I mean, and granted, it's a very basic color scheme of just like gray and black, but it's very sharp looking. I mean, the bottom, the grip on it looks really nice. The little Sly Fox logo on the back looks amazing. I'm more excited to see it now. It looks like a very solid shoe.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how the performance is with it because it hadn't come out yet, but the looks of it,
Looks cool. I'm just
yeah.
kind of excited about
It looks like
getting
a
a new
sturdy
shoe. If you get, like I said, and if you get the Sly Fox, if they release a Kyle Snyder one, or the other ones that had the blue and there was the different
it's like
colorways.
blue and the
Blue and white, and then it
Yeah.
was like the gray and green, and some basic
Basic
standard
ones.
wrestling colors and stuff. But I'm really wondering what they're gonna put out there, and I think we'll get some new coaches' shoes. So
Yeah.
sorry as far as the team goes, but we can't afford to do all that for you guys. But we'll get our own shoes. We'll see what it's like. Give them support. I think it's gonna be fun. It's fun to have something different to look forward to
Yeah.
as well. With the shoes and all.
We just gotta wait on the release date. We don't
Mhm.
have any. All we know is the obscure date of this fall.
Mhm.
So if that says anything, I don't know, but I'm thinking maybe October,
Yeah.
September, October would probably be when I
Yeah.
think before the season starts.
Yeah, you want to get the teams that will pre-order stuff. Like
Yeah.
some teams do order shoes and things like that. So I'm pretty sure that they'll probably end up doing a with their gear stuff. How they do
Yeah.
order X number of shorts, shorts, and a bag, or shirt and a singlet. I'm pretty sure they'll probably add in shoes to one of their
Yeah.
order packages. So you get a good team rate and all that kind of stuff like that. So it'd be kind of cool to see that happening. And again, like I said,
You want to
one
have
of
a
the-
little friendly bet here?
Okay.
What do you think? Do you think the shoes will be? About what price do you think the shoes will be? We'll see. Whoever gets closer, the loser will, I guess, $5 or something.
Okay.
Or I'll take you out to Wings, or you take me out to Wings. It doesn't matter.
Yes. All right. So,
Yes.
wings. All right. So, taking bet on
Price.
price of shoes. Ooh. How much are aggressors right now?
Aggressors, I think the newer ones, they come around to be about
49.
I think they're about 140, about
179.
No, I don't think they're one. They're in the. No, they're way cheaper than that.
149.
They're either like 149 or 120.
All right.
129.
I am going to go with. Honestly, I don't think. If they do it the way it looks, I think they're gonna do like an entry mode, and they'll do a slightly expensive version. Maybe like the Sly Fox edition might cost more, or the Kyle Snyder. But based off of Jordan Burroughs shoes, Jordan
Mhm.
Burroughs are like $80.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Well,
those
Asics is also a much bigger.
they are Asics, and they do have a lot of other shoes and stuff like that. But still, his shoe. I mean, but look, Asics also has the aggressors, and those are $100 and something. Like I've looked at, I love Adeline Gray's aggressors, the gray with the gold on it, and those are like I think $140. I thought, I don't think they're gonna be that much. Or I think they'll have a pair that are like the Jordan Burroughs. You get a great name on it, and but I understand their shoe is standard, but I don't think they want to outprice themselves on things.
Yeah.
So I think they're gonna have a $70 to $80 shoe, and then I'll say they have the special shoe. So I'm gonna go 80, and is that fair to do 2 price points?
Yeah, let's do 2 price points. I think
I'm gonna say. Okay, let's do it this way. I'm gonna say the Sly Fox is gonna be like the special edition shoe.
Yeah.
That one's gonna be $130, and then I'm gonna say their baseline shoe is gonna be $80.
Okay, so I'm gonna say not too different from what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that the actual shoe will probably be about $95 to $100. I think that would probably be, or $99.99 is probably what they'll list it as.
Okay,
but,
so you got 100, I got 80 for like the $79.99. Okay.
And then I say
$20 difference. It's not bad.
The Sly Fox edition. You said 130.
Yeah.
I say it's going to be. I'll say 140.
Okay.
It might be a little expensive, but I'll say 140 because I can't match yours. But yeah, I'll say it's going to be about.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to say. We'll write that down. We'll put it.
Yeah,
we'll
we
keep
can
it,
we can come back to this episode. So
yeah.
Shoes and Final X is what we already know the title of this
Yep.
one. All right. So the shoe bet and Final X. Now,
Final X, I like it.
too much to go through with Final X on each betting weight and whatnot. But Final X is coming up. June 9th is the first series of Final X. So there's going to be 3 Final X
Which is next week.
dates. Okay. And the way this has worked so far is you've had your world team members that were, I think, to sit on the world team, you have to be not just a world team member, but a world team medalist. Okay. So if you were a world team medalist, you already got to sit till Final X finals. Now, in order to qualify to wrestle either in Final X, if there was a weight where there was no world team medalist, or to face that person, you then had to win, was it not World Cup, but the U.S. Open. All right, U.S. Open winners got to sit in the finals of the challenge tournament of the World Team Trials.
Yep.
Okay, unless there was a weight where there was no World Team member, then the U.S. Open winner got to sit till Final X. For example, let's just really quick. Joey McKenna won the U.S. Open, so he sat to 65 kg because there was no returning world medalist there. Logan Stieber lost at the U.S. Open, but won the World Team Trials to then face Joey McKenna. Everybody else is kind of like, say, Jordan Burroughs. Isaiah Martinez had to be the winner of either the U.S. Open or the World Team Trials challenge tournament to face there. But that's kind of how they set it up, which is kind of nice. That, like I said, it was set up a little bit of a season. What do you think about them having like these 3 dates for World or Final X? There's Final X, Lincoln State College, and Bethlehem. I'm kind of surprised that there's not like a Final X.
Yeah.
Carver Hawkeye. I mean, it's
Carver Hawkeye or somewhere in like
Iowa.
Ohio or it's all Pennsylvania based, but I'm okay with that.
Nebraska.
Yeah, well, outside of Nebraska.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. And it looks like I would say the one in Bethlehem, PA. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3 men matches. They're about the same.
All about the same.
But the bigger matches look like they're going to be taking place in Lincoln and State College. I kind of do like that setup of 3 different dates because it breaks it up and it doesn't make it as long. That way you're not having to catch up on it and you're getting bounced around. It gives you time to watch it.
Because best of 3 matches on it too, so we can watch. What is it, about 6 to 7 weights per thing.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of cool. My issue right now with it is like, we're starting off with Final X Lincoln. I'm wrong now. So Final X Lincoln over here, and real quick, we got women's Becca Leathers versus
Jakara? Is that
Winchester.
it?
Yeah, I don't know much about that one. Thomas Gilman versus Dayton Fix, what I want to see. Ali Reagan, I like watching her wrestle.
Oh, God,
Anybody.
she's an animal.
I don't know the women here. Tamara Stock and Randy Belts. Or Randall?
Randall?
Yeah.
Randall?
And then you got James Green, Jason Chamberlain, Jordan Burroughs versus Isaiah Martinez, and Kyle Snyder versus Kevin Gadsden. This is Lincoln Final X, June 9th. This is the first one. I almost was like, why is that not our last one?
Yeah, it's I mean, as bad as it sounds, but you've kind of put the
I mean, dude.
the money shot for it.
Yeah, I kind of want to see. Well, I'm a big one to see Dayton Fix and Thomas
Gilman,
Gilman,
yeah.
and I guess we're gonna talk about these really quick going through. But that was my only thing. Was like, dude, that's kind of like the big shot. I want to see that one as our last date. I don't know how they set up the dates.
I don't know if it was just kind of.
I do like how they spread it out. I do like how they're trying to spread the wealth as far as like live locations. You know, it's one of those things that we do need to do better as fans, getting people into stands.
Yeah.
I think, you know, like if any of these were local or even Atlanta, it'd be worth trying to drive down to Charlotte. You know, I mean, you know, we need to get wrestling in the South bigger. So, but yeah, I like the setup. I think it's cool. We'll probably focus on the men's matches.
Yeah. And we might talk about one women's match because there's one that I see.
Maroulis, yeah.
Well, I was also gonna say Adeline Gray. I'm a big Adeline.
Oh, Adeline Gray, Helen Maroulis, Haley Aguilo.
We might.
I mean, well, they're okay. So we'll talk about the ones that we do know. I think because we both follow a few of the different women too, which are pretty awesome. Women's wrestling has just gotten so much better and massively huge. Like they're impressive to watch. But all right, let's start. Final election June 9th. First women's match, 55 kg. I don't know much about, and I don't mean to gloss over as an insult. I just honestly don't know much about it. But 57 kg, they're starting off. Are they doing it by weight? No, not. Yeah, I guess maybe that's why they did it this way. Anyway, Thomas Gilman, Dayton Fix. Who you got?
Me?
We'll just start right at it.
Oh man.
I'll
go with Gilman.
You going Gilman?
I'm going Gilman.
Gilman.
I'm comfortable enough. I think. Yeah, I'll go Gilman.
All right, he's gonna go Gilman. I need to go put my Iowa shirt on and go Fix. So which makes no sense.
Yeah, I was like, wait, huh?
Well, I think didn't that one day I had my Iowa shirt on.
You
and
picked everyone against Iowa.
Yeah, I picked everyone against Iowa.
Made no sense.
Yeah, it made no sense. Dude, we should write these down.
Oh yeah, let's do that. Do you want to pull up a thing, or you just write it down?
We'll just write it down and I'll plug it in later.
All right.
Since we're ready.
I'll also go ahead and write down our bets on the shoe.
Yeah. So, Dayton Fix. I wanted to pick Gilman, but you already picked Gilman, so I'm gonna go Fix just to be different. The reason why I went with Fix, also other than to be different, is like how he wrestled against Tony Ramos was impressive. He lost to him at Dayton Fix lost to Tony Ramos at the U.S. Open, and then Tony got to sit in the finals, and Fix had to come through and wrestle him at the end of the challenge tournament. And just the adjustments he made to wrestle Ramos were kind of amazing to me. And I just think that, you know, he's bound to make some adjustments from his first match to his second match. Now, whether or not that's too close of a time period, like whether he'll be able to make those quick adjustments, I also don't like to.
You said Dayton Fix?
Yeah, I got Fix. I also hate to bet against Gilman. I love Gilman. I love his style of wrestling. I love his attitude. You know, all that kind of good stuff with Gilman. But this boils down to more like you picked Gilman first, so I guess I'll go with Fix. But at the same time, I do think Fix can do it. And that's one of the weights where I don't think it's set in stone as who our world team member is going to be. 57 is one of those main ones I don't think is set in stone, you know. So, Ali Reagan, next weight up, 59. Love watching her wrestle anybody. She's fun to watch. This other women's, we butchered both their names, so I'm not even going to try to butcher them again. Yeah. 70 kilograms. James Green versus Jason Chamberlain. I don't know. Do I have to go first this time or what?
Yeah, might as well. You go first.
All right. This is another one that I wasn't sure if James Green was going to continue to hold the spot. He's been, and it's weird to say because he's been uber consistent, you know, as our guy at 70 kg. Yeah, he hasn't gold, but he's like gotten bronze or, you know, but I don't know. I almost think that Jason Chamberlain's wrestling different right now than he has before. I'm gonna go Chamberlain.
I'm gonna go Chamberlain.
Yeah, I'm going Chamberlain.
Alrighty.
Although in the U.S., like it's been Green's weight, so
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's,
I'd have been comfortable going with Green, just saying, because it's been his weight here in the U.S. But then again, at the same time, 57 kg was Tony Ramos's weight in the U.S. Finally, it's changed. I think it might be happening for James Green quicker than he wanted it to happen.
I'm gonna stick with James Green's just based on him being kind of consistent player there.
Mm-hmm.
To me, this one's a toss-up. Honestly, it can go either way. But I'll say I think I'll take the conservative bet here and say that Green just continues to be that guy there. Hopefully one day he can do something before someone takes a spot. But yeah, I'll stick with Green.
All right, 74 kg. Do we even need?
No.
Or no. Well, do you think Isaiah wins one match out of 3, or does Burroughs take it in 2? Does the old man, sincerely the old guys, as Burroughs posted, which was an awesome tweet.
Yes, I think Burroughs takes it in 2.
Huh?
I think Burroughs takes it in 2.
Thinks he takes it in 2.
I think Burroughs is. Just,
I mean, that's more of the running bet on anything else on Burroughs versus Imar.
So you
which
want
is
to go
crazy
put
enough to say.
Burroughs for you, right?
Yeah, put Burroughs down, but like, will he do it in 2 or will Imar pick up a match? I think Burroughs gets it in 2.
Yeah.
I do like Imar's attitude toward this. He was like, dude, like, how happy am I to be the guy that gets to wrestle against, Burroughs, I mean, and quite literally, I mean, what does he have to lose to wrestle against Burroughs? But to learn, I mean,
I think,
he gets to go out there and he gets to wrestle and he gets to go all out and, do whatever he wants with no fear of anything, because I think everybody will be like us and like, it's Jordan Burroughs' weight.
Yeah, I think.
And how often would it be for you to be that kid that unseats him or something, if it were to happen? But
even though Jordan Burroughs is quote unquote an old guy, even though he's like not, I mean, he's not like an ancient person,
No.
but he still is explosive. Still, just he's the king at that weight class, and honestly, as good as Imar is, and as much as I do like Imar, I don't think he's going to dethrone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, this weight is a lock, I believe.
Yeah.
Although when we went through NCAAs, we kind of got messed up on some what we thought were locks too. So, which is a great thing about wrestling. We'll never always see. Leads to 97. Kyle Snyder versus Kevin Gadsden. I got Snyder. I think I don't care that Gadsden him once is the only reason why Kyle Snyder is a 3-time NCAA champ instead of a 4-timer. He beat him in. Was it the finals?
I don't remember.
Was it the finals or the semis? I can't remember. But I remember he got headlocked and Gadsden for real, and I was like, whoa.
I will say this though: every time anyone's beaten Snyder, he's always figured him out. He studies him harder. Even after
I
he beats
think
him the first time.
he's had his number since then too. But I'm just saying.
Well, he does that with everybody. Everyone he's wrestled, he always figures them out after one match, and then
and this is the best 2 out of 3 match too. I think, but I think Snyder gets it done in 2.
Are we predicting in 2?
Nah, I mean that's not kind of.
I guess we'll do that one for Burroughs. And we might.
I mean, we can put in 2 if we wanted to, just for a tiebreaker if we need a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say he's got it in 2 if you think it's in 2. But
I think it's in 2 as well. But
yeah, so we both have it in 2. So right now nothing's deferring right now. Although maybe we will here coming up. All right.
Yeah.
So moving on, Final X, State College. And this is gonna be kind of cool. I was kind of surprised that there was an Ohio one. This is one where I thought maybe could have been in Ohio, but David Taylor's wrestling here, so I know he's super stoked about that. Women's match, not sure on. 65 kg, Joey McKenna versus Logan Stieber. Whose turn is it? Whose turn?
You predicted Snyder first, so I guess it's me. I'm a little torn here, honestly. I will go with McKenna, but not in 2. I think it goes. I'll go McKenna. I'll say that.
All right.
honestly, I can see it going either way between Steve or McKenna, but yeah, I'll say Joey McKenna.
Yeah.
I feel like you just said yeah, as in like he took my vote.
You kind of did. I was gonna go with McKenna, just on
And two.
based off of like more or less on Logan's. Like, I don't know, like his kind of inconsistency lately, which is really weird to say about a guy who is a world medalist, world
And a
champ,
four-time national champ.
four-time national champ, four-time. You know, all right. So I'm gonna go with Stieber then, just based off
Okay.
his previous accolades. Also, I want to differ up than you, but at the same time, though, I really hope he gets it going. McKenna's gonna have a longer career ahead of him. He is a freestyler. He's been on the world junior team.
Do you say into or?
No, he doesn't win it in two. McKenna's gonna pick up one of those. So
I think we both agree on that.
you know, but we got it since we got different people picked. I don't think
Yeah.
it matters too much there. But you know, I want to see Stieber kind of go out on top of things. You know, but at the same time, you know, no, it was 70, wasn't it? Yeah, I still upset that Jo is not in the mix somewhere.
Yeah,
Pretty going
but
all
it,
over. But
we
it is what
don't
it is.
really-
Yeah. All right, moving on then. Yeah. Adeline Gray, I'm just glad she's back. Had her surgeries.
Yep.
I got her going, and I got her going all the way to the Worlds again, winning it all.
great wrestler.
Here's the one that Kyle Dake, Zahid Valencia. Is it my turn?
You went a couple times, but yeah, let's go ahead and say it's your turn. I've already got my pick. I've got it locked.
He's got it locked. I'm gonna say you got it locked with Kyle Dake in two. I got it with Kyle Dake, but he doesn't get it in two.
So you got Dake not in two.
Not in two.
Okay, I like it.
I got Dake not in two. This is almost kind of like really the weight that almost scares me the most. Like, Kevin Gatson, Isaiah Martinez, I think would be great. You know, if they picked up a match. You know, just because. You know, just to keep the guys, the old guys. Even though I called Kyle Snyder the old guy, he's just been the dominant guy. Keep them going. But I have no doubt that Jordan Rose will be the guy. And it sounds really weird to say right now, as much as we've been on the Dake hype train and how great he's been, it's not that he hasn't been every bit of what we've said. And I really think he's on track for it all. But man, there's something scary about Zahid.
I think
the way
it's
he
Zahid's
wrestles.
size, but
And there's just something scary about the way he keeps finding ways to win right now. And I would feel the same. It's the same way if Zahid were to win right now, great for him. But I would feel the same way as I did when Imar lost to Joseph. I was like, no, you know, like I don't want. Yeah, exactly. Like why? Like as much as I've been like, I wanted Imar to be the next four-timer. I want Kyle Dake to make a team. I want him to go win his world gold medal. But this matchup scares me a little bit.
It does simply because Zahid Valencia is a big dude. He's very big. He's very lanky. But Kyle Dake has continuously been making improvements. At this senior level, and I think he's just been making it to a point where 79 kilos is going to be his weight no matter who challenges. I think he's going to end up locking, just like Burroughs has 74 on lock. I think Dake's going to be the player at 79 for a while. So I'm going Dake, and I think it will be in two. It'll probably be close. There'll probably be a scare in there a couple times, but I still think Dake takes it in two.
Yeah. All right. Go Dake. Sorry about the not in two. All right. David Taylor and Nick Green. I got Taylor locked up. He's got that in two. I think. Dake and Taylor have just been phenomenal watching them wrestle, and it's just a shame that for the longest time they had to sit behind Burroughs. Like the fact that those three great wrestlers were all in one weight, and to finally have more weights available to them and for them to have grown into some of those weights, I think is just amazing. And imagine how many more world medals we would have as a country if this weight separation had happened years ago. Instead of those three battling it out for one position and only one of them able to go and bring us home.
Because they're all savages.
Yeah, it's sitting behind
all of them.
Yeah, sitting behind Burroughs is no small feat, and you know, I mean, just kind of like say this that whole saying of like our number 2 and 3 were better than other people's number 1, hands down.
Yes,
and
we had more depth.
You know, and I want to see those guys go out and start picking up some of those medals that they lost out on, you know, it sounds weird. They lost out on those medals, but they went they still came to us as a country. But man, they just weren't able to go get it because they were stuck at one weight. Which is also why I still always want to see the Jaden Cox, David Taylor, grudge match set, because that's why I think David Taylor, when Jaden lost in the semis or quarters or something in that world, was upset with them for blowing, as he said, wasting the opportunity or blowing the opportunity or something. A lot of people didn't like it, but I understand the man's frustration. That's been his life goal, and he lost to somebody somewhat controversially, last year, and and it didn't work out, and he's sitting there watching it from home, and that's what he saw, and that's what he felt, But now I think they got the chance, and I don't, like I said, I don't think anything's going to stop them from getting it.
Well, I think it's like you said. It's like you said. Those guys all being piled into one weight. It only forces them to all get better, and I think with being up under Burroughs like that, it developed them into the killers that they are now.
Yeah.
I mean, along with other things, obviously, no longer doing the weight cut and limiting themselves, but I feel like being under someone like a Burroughs, it only forces them to get better, and it's made them just absolutely absolute savages on the mat.
I mean, they're salivating for a world medal.
Yeah, it's scary.
They want it so bad.
They look like a lion about to maul somebody.
Yeah.
And it's just whoever's in their way, watch out.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, I tell you what, this next matchup, Bethlehem, PA, final election June 23rd, women's match, that first one is going to be fire. Whitney Condor and Victoria Anthony, those two, that's going to be fun.
Scrap. That's a scrap.
Somebody's getting headlocked at least twice. But that's going to be a fun one to watch. I really like Haley Aguilo, however you say her name. I watched her a lot coming up to the Olympics because she was new on the scene, made the Olympic team, and just watch her. I really like how she wrestles. I hope she makes another one. Helen Maroulis is probably one of my favorite wrestlers to watch. And notice I didn't say women's wrestlers to watch. I mean favorite wrestlers to watch. Her and Adeline Gray are just fun to watch, but Helen Maroulis, there's something about her, when she's wrestling.
Now, overall or just freestyle?
Overall, she's one of my
more than Kamal Bay.
Helen Maroulis is one of my favorite wrestlers to watch. Now, her and Kamal Bay are fun to watch different ways.
Yeah.
Kamal Bay is throwing bombs. He's great. He's just entertaining highlight reel. But she is so slick, and her technique and how she does things is so awesome that it can be used for anybody almost in any way, and she is just fun to watch to me.
Did you see that little clip I tagged you in on Instagram of Marinelli? The little.
Oh, how the high seat,
the way he hit that,
how quick he is,
It was so dirty,
smooth and fluid,
It was just.
Yeah, but
Helen
Maroulis is one of my favorite wrestlers to watch.
She's awesome.
Freestyle, Greco, collegiate, doesn't matter. I like watching her.
Childs.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I like watching her. I think she's got 57 kg.
Yeah.
61. And back to our bet. Cologne versus Garrett. Whose turn is it?
I'll start this one off. I will say I'm gonna go one that's kind of, I wouldn't say much of an upset, but I'm gonna say Nahshon Garrett.
Right? Okay.
Yep.
I was gonna go Cologne just because it seems like Cologne is Garrett's kryptonite. I don't know why. I think it's gonna be another high scoring match, but Cologne seems to be Garrett's kryptonite, and I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's not that Cologne, I used to in my mind see him as a bad guy in a way.
Yeah.
No, not for any reason other than because he beat Tony Ramos a couple times. I love Tony Ramos in college.
Yeah, you did. And you were a big Ramos fan.
I was a big Ramos, and when Cologne, I think Cologne pinned him too one time. That just made me mad.
I hate that guy.
Yeah, so, but for me to not be picking him, I'm like, all right, go ahead, Cologne. You guys are at different weights, and he's evolved into a different wrestler. But I got Cologne. I think Cologne seems to be Garrett's kryptonite.
Yeah.
I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he is Garrett's kryptonite. Garrett keeps on getting here, but the reason why he hasn't made it is I think it's Cologne that keeps stepping in his way.
I'm going with Garrett. I think Garrett can do it.
All right, so I got Cologne. I got that one in 3 though.
Yeah.
All right, not that that matters. I don't know the next 2 women too much about them. Although the one's named Forrest Molinari almost is like Frank Molinaro's name. I wonder if she's a hammer like he is. I mean, not trying to be mean to her. I'm just saying, like, her name just. At first, I was like, Frank Molinaro. He didn't call. I was like, oh,
He called
no.
her as a woman.
I was like, what? Huh? No, wait, that's Forrest. Okay, that. And so I was just all sorts of thrown off there. But all right, Jen Cox versus Hayden Zilmer. I got the alien. Wait, is it my turn? Yeah, it's my turn. I got the alien, Jaden Cox. Although, depending on who he would have wrestled, like, he's one that's kind of. I was thinking about it this morning, actually, going into school about Jaden Cox, because I was listening to Mindset Wrestling, and Wild Man, Dan Dennis was talking about him, nothing but complimentary stuff, and I agreed with what they said. Like, I think the reason why I say I worried about him, like, or he is so good at so many different things other than just wrestling. Like, and almost where it's like I want him to only be good at wrestling, so he puts all his focus in it. But he almost seems like go about it almost nonchalantly. Like, and I get it. And he's got the right mindset, like not letting the weight of the world bear him down if he doesn't win his matches or something. He does have a life, and he does have other skills, and he has all those things, which is great. And I think every athlete needs that to fall back on. But me being a jealous person, I want to see him win gold, and I want him to see just drive and focus on that alone.
Was it him or I think no, never mind. I think it was Ed Ruth, the one that I tagged you in the video, who competed at IBJJF tournament.
Yeah, and he was just taking
everyone down. I love that.
But Jaden Cox is so good that it worries me that he's just like so good that he's also so good at other things. He's so musically inclined, and I've heard that he's like a great coach, breaks things down real. He has got the world in front of him, and he is a youngster. And if he were, his mindset is one that it's not like some of these other wrestlers that get devastated if they don't win a world medal. Like, I think that's his goal, but
I feel like he's got so many other things he can fall back on.
I think he's such a mature person at such a young age that he's okay with that. And my being greedy is like, no, I want you to just go win a world medal for us, and I want it to be gold.
Like, he is he's
that good.
He's not like pigeonholed himself into one position.
Exactly,
he's got 4 different roads he can.
He's amazing.
He's
But again, my jealousy of him, or not really of him, my jealousy of him, me wanting
having so many other things.
Yeah, I'm like, no, focus on this so I can watch you win gold and live through you.
Which the thing is, it's kind of like the whole John Jones thing. Everyone talks about how John Jones and the UFC. Everyone says, man, just imagine if he only focused, like if he could stay disciplined. It's like sometimes the best thing for people is not to be focused on one thing, because that can be detrimental to him.
Yeah.
And I feel with Jaden Cox, I think that is what makes him so good, is that he's so good at other things. It kind of takes that pressure off.
It allows him to be so good there.
It makes him more relaxed, which you always do better when you're relaxed.
So I guess you had Cox too?
Yeah, I got Jaden Cox.
Okay. So, because I started that one off, right?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
This next one is going to be it's going to be 2 giant trees going against each other. It's like a silverback gorilla and a grizzly bear. This is going to be a match. So 125 kg, Gwiz and Adam Coon.
And
I would hate to be the ref that day.
It's going to be a great matchup. I think this is one where Gwiz is so close to being there, and so close to being the guy, and it's kind of, I think, hit that circulation of time where we've got our young guys in here now. Zach Ray, I think, is kind of... So now Terrell Delagnev is out. He's coaching, and it's time for these young guys to step in. And Nick Gwizdowski is right there. He's been chipping away at it. Couldn't quite beat Travell. Was right there. Was going to be the guy, but now we got Adam Coon. And the way Adam Coon has been wrestling, it's like, how can you pick against him? But right now, I'm also saying, how can you vote against Adam Coon, but at the same time, like, Nick ain't had his taste yet.
No.
He still wants it. Yeah, he still wants it. So I am kind of torn.
I'm definitely torn.
That's why it's your turn.
Okay, so it's my turn.
Well, I think that's why. Did you not see me ask if that's why I picked Cox
I'm
first?
gonna pull off camera real quick. If I had a hat, I'm gonna put it on. As much as I like Gwiz. And Gwiz does have the more.
Okay, so I picked Coon, and then
yeah. So I was gonna say, as much as I do like Gwiz, and he's got the bigger upper body, I'm gonna be a homer here. I'm gonna go with Adam Coon.
Yeah, because Michigan.
I was gonna say I like what Adam Coon's doing. I think not only what he's doing is great. The fact that he even competed at, in Greco as well, I think that only makes you better by learning both. I don't want to say, I don't think it's going to be in 2. But I do have Adam Kuhn winning.
That's going to be
3.
That's going 3. I think we've separated enough that I almost want to pick Kuhn, but I almost want to just go to pick Gwiazdowski because he was an NC State dude, and we got another NC State guy coming to work the Hard Rock Wrestling Camp with Hayden Heitley, which is going to be awesome. So I'll go Gwiz. But yeah, that's a matchup like you said. Gwiz is still hungry for it, still wants it. I think he's got a little bit of more experience, so I think that's another one. I'll go with Gwiz for this level right now, but Adam is young, hungry.
We didn't even plan this.
And ready to go, so.
We didn't plan to do these predictions here, but I'm glad we did.
No, it was kind of, I know we didn't plan on doing this one, we didn't quite have it set up, but I was kind of thinking, like, what are we going to talk about? So I was like,
it's kind of
I've been kind of wanting
to do this.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to go over this one too. I knew it was one I wanted to go over.
So I'm sure there's some sort of like chart we can probably link in the description that shows you how everything's laid out and how because I know we were describing it earlier and it's kind of hard to understand.
I know they posted a couple little charts. Yeah. Some of those are still kind of confusing, but
we'll try to find a chart to put in the video so y'all can kind of understand what we were talking about earlier as far as how things lined up and why
how we're getting to our world team. So and then what's also going to be interesting is this is 2018 year. We still got the 2019. Year next year, but 2020 when we go to the Olympic weights, I wonder who's going to be switching out of those weight classes together. So, but all right, guys. So check out Roll Soap. Hit them up, get some soap. Hopefully, we can get some soap for some of our guests that we have coming on pretty soon. If not, Cerebrus for the promo code. Get yourself 10% off. Great stuff. And get out there, Wrestle 6. Anything else?
No. Yeah, like you said, Roll Soap, go check them out. Great news from them. They just got picked up by an actual gym up in Asheville, North Carolina, open source jiu-jitsu. Tournament that I competed at the gym, they let him set up a stand. He sold a bunch of soap that day. A lot of people really loved it and they decided to actually pick it up and sell it in the gym now. So he's starting to grow. He's got his own supply, like he's basically a supplier to a big gym now. If you're not excited for this whole Final X thing, I mean, I don't understand. I don't see how you couldn't be, because this is almost like in essence it is, but it's kind of like the World Cup in soccer. This is a big deal.
This is I said, this is my end season. I love freestyle, I love Greco, so
especially with all these great matchups and to see what our world team is going to look like. We are going to be a force to be reckoned with on the world.
And we have been. It's awesome. So all right. Check it out, guys, and we'll be back with you hopefully next Thursday, if not sooner, with a guest. And then we might alter our summertime schedules for recording and such, and we'll keep coming at you guys. All right, thanks.
Bye bye.